everybody. As you know, I'm in a different location. Welcome to the Psychic News Network, the early edition. I'm going to wait till a few people show up. I know this is throwing everybody off, but I do my best. At least we're here. Welcome to Friday Night Live, broadcasting from Maine, just one state over from Massachusetts. How are you all doing on this Friday? Let me know. We have a few people here. Are you doing all right? I apologize that I'm throwing your schedule off, but get used to it because on Sunday the clocks go back, fall back, right? So I'm just trying to get you adjusted to different times. It's a public service. All right, hello. I know some people are going to be upset that I came on early, but I really didn't know the schedule at the retreat that I'm at in beautiful Maine. And yes, yeah. Thanks for having the foresight to know that I was probably going to come on at a different time. So, thanks for asking. The main event is good. It's quite intense. It's quite, we're going deep with our emotions because we have to go in and, get it out. But yesterday I wrote an entire song in a day, and I played it for somebody as kind of a gift. And I'll play it for you guys too in the very near future. It feels really dark in here, but we'll just go with it. So, on Wednesday, which I couldn't really get the day right, I did go in and fix it. Somebody's glad that I'm early. And, yeah, what a weird time it's been. I mean, the Halloween right into, what day was Halloween? Tuesday. So that's why I thought that Wednesday was Monday, because to me Halloween's like the weekend. It doesn't matter what day it happens. Glenna likes good surprises. Excellent. And if people jump on at 7, I'll probably still be here because we don't reconvene till 7:30 here. So, yeah. Lots going on, that is for sure. So, I don't know, does anybody else feel like they're in a time warp? Because I don't think that I can attribute that just to the fact that I'm, traveling a little bit. Oh, yeah. I almost forgot about the sunrise. I filmed the sunrise this morning. I got up. I don't know, I'm an early riser. I'm a late night, I'm a late owl, and I'm an early riser. So there I was, and there was this gorgeous red sunrise. And so I apologize for the shakiness of the video. I was kind of running to the beach, and I didn't have my holder for my phone. But yeah, that was a really amazing sunrise. This spot where I'm at, I'm actually considering doing a retreat here. So maybe someday we can all meet. Horrible sense of unreal here. What do you mean, Dancing Warrior? Can you elaborate? Because I do have something to say about the weird energy that's going on. And next Tuesday, I'll still be in Maine, but I'm still working. Obviously, here I am. Next Tuesday, Kathy Beal and I... No, we'll talk about that, Dancing Warrior. Next Tuesday, Kathy Beal and I will be doing a live stream astrology report. And that's going to be at 3 Eastern time. So mark your calendar. And I'm going to get in the habit, too, during my live streams to ask you to please hit the thumbs up. And please subscribe if you haven't already. I'm having a lot of challenges with marketing. And I hired somebody, it's not working out. So if you can hit the thumbs up and subscribe, I really appreciate it. And maybe even share. So Dancing Warriors asking Are we the only ones that are feeling the heaviness and the feeling of being off? Absolutely not. The world is in freaking turmoil. Expect the unexpected. Have ways to lift your vibe up. I mean, don't settle for a low vibe. Have ways to lift up your energy. It does help to have people together that help to lift you up. And it's okay, you know, it's okay to admit that you're feeling vulnerable. I'm giving you a little bit of spiritual counseling because we're in extenuating circumstances in terms of kind of the danger that we're in. And before I even listen to great music, before I even came on, you know, I was kind of reflecting on this like heavy energy that kind of descended upon me. And what I mean is like it wasn't me. I just could feel it in the air. And I do know that I'm not very far from Lewiston, Maine. And I do know that, lo and behold, I didn't know that President Biden was going to be in Lewiston, Maine today. So I happened to turn on the news, as I always do, to just kind of see what we need to talk about. And Biden was in Lewiston, and that was around 4 o'clock, and he was speaking live, and then Susan Collins came on, but she didn't, they cut away from her. So they just showed Biden's speech. I didn't hear the whole entire thing. But this whole gun violence mess we're in, it has really, it's waking America up. And the reason that we don't have gun laws is because of the NRA paying off the Republican Party for about, if not 100%, but, you know, 99.9%. Plus, when, you know, everyone here, most of you know that I'm at a retreat. Around 3:30, we were supposed to reconvene for another segment, and what ended up happening was there's somebody here who's got family and who grew up in Jordan, and there was an impromptu demonstration. So they went to one of the state reps in Maine, in front of her office building, and they had a demonstration to basically call for a ceasefire. Because Netanyahu is just, I knew he was going to go rogue. I could feel it. And so he's just like, let's just bomb the hell out of Gaza and get Hamas that way. It's just like the whole blanket approach. And so there was a lot of like heaviness here. Most of the people at the retreat went to the demonstration in Portland for a few hours. They're back now. They're having dinner. I'm not having dinner. I'm with you guys. So that's how much I love you. I'll have snacks later. But anyway, the point being that they just got back, and so they went up to Portland. They did a demonstration to call for a ceasefire. Who knows how much good it's going to do, but every little bit helps. So I'm just speaking to the heaviness that people feel. So there were more than 114 people in attendance. Time for a group hug. Your cousin lives in Maine or in Lewiston? Just like someplace in Maine or actually in Lewiston. There's somebody here at the retreat who's from Lewiston, and she's kind of, everyone was kind of a wreck when I got here, to be honest. So there you have it. If you're feeling low vibe, before I came on, I thought I'm going to talk about, because we need to talk about the blessings in disguise. The blessings in disguise. I'm going to bring up a few. One is that, believe it or not, we despise, well, we can believe this, we despise Tommy Tuberville. He's a big, fat, Dumbo-eared jerk, idiot, and I don't make fun of people or call them names unless they deserve it. To put hang on, we'll get to the group hug, Warren. I'm waiting until more people show up. When you all hit the thumbs up, we'll do a group hug. Tommy Tuberville has put a hold on many, hundreds upon hundreds. I don't know the exact number, but I've heard around 400 promotions for our military. He single-handedly has compromised our national security. And finally, Russian asset, I would say that, and we're going to get to Mike Johnson. Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad to be here. We will talk about Mike Johnson too, and the fact that he doesn't have a bank account, which is just insane. Tommy Tuberville, thanks for hitting the thumbs up. No senator should be able to single-handedly shut down hundreds upon hundreds of military promotions. So for the first time, I've been waiting for this, and maybe you have too. Tuberville is Cruella DeVille. Bless his little heart, right? So I've been waiting for this, and I've been waiting a long time for this, and we can pray and intend for this, or send positive thoughts for this. The rules are going to have to change. The rules are going to have to change, and now the Republicans are starting to get angry at Tuberville. He's a Tubervillian. I like it. I don't have my bell here, but when I get back, I'll have a bell. Lindsey Graham is upset with Tuberville. I didn't see who else. I didn't see the whole entire news. Let's see. Who else was upset with Tuberville? You guys can put names up there. The blessing in disguise is we needed to kind of crack the code on getting Congress to consider adapting the rules and the laws, because the rules and the laws and the ethics and all that were originally written with the idea that reasonable, intelligent people that are for democracy would be in power. And since that is not the case, that reasonable people that love America and love democracy and want to save America, since that is not the case, that those are the types of people that are in office, the rules have to change. And this is the first sign that I've seen, maybe it's the first sign that you've all seen, that the Republicans are thinking like, I don't know, so with some semblance of normalcy. Joan's saying she felt off today too. So there's that. And just speaking to feeling off today, I just want to say that the reason that the people at the retreat, we kind of missed an entire segment of the retreat because they went to Portland to demonstrate for a ceasefire in the Middle East. And what prompted that was that Israel had, what I heard was that they had bombed 3 hospitals in Gaza. So speaking to feeling off and feeling kind of down and negative, don't think for 1 second that you're not picking up on the collective energy, because you can't help it. Oh, Betty voted today. Yay! On that note, let's have a group hug. Ready, Warren? Because I want you all to feel that we are here to support one another energetically. And it is real. Okay? Everybody ready? You don't have to do anything special. Just think about everybody. We got about 167 people here right now. And thank you, you're sweet. And I'm going to count to 3. And then we're going to really focus on sending that love and that uplifting energy to one another. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Group hug. Virtual group hug. And feel your energy lifting others' energy. Whoever needs a little energy, if you have a little to lend, group hug. Thank you. We're lifting each other up. We're lifting up the vibe. That's what we're here for. So take whatever your gifts and talents are and lift the vibe. I'm really, really grateful. I'm so humbled that I was able to write a song here in less than a day that lifted people up. So take your special, whatever it is that you're good at. I mean, I'm in this center, and I notice that there's a lot of community things that happen here. There's a quilting club. They have community dinners. They're going to have a winter solstice celebration. I just mean in this retreat center in general. There's community things that are designed to lift up the community. I think we're going to have a bonfire at some point. The beach is right here. So really, don't stay in that down place. Please don't. There's no need for that. You can always reach out. And if you just say, I'm feeling vulnerable, I need a hug to a real person, if that's available, or just make it available. Back to the blessings in disguise. Thank you all who are joining me, who caught on to that I'm doing an early PNN tonight. It is Friday Night Live, and I'm so glad you're here. I'm going to use the Witch's Tarot to start. Also, Church of Spirituality on Sunday. I'm not really sure where I'll be broadcasting from. It might be here. We'll see. Okay. We're going to pull 3 cards about Tuberville. Diane needs all the good vibes she can get. See, I can feel it. I can feel it. Oh, she's sending a book to her editor. Good, 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 good. Glennis saw visualize 2 bald eagles. You mean you saw them actually? Cool. I was in my favorite state park today. It was really gorgeous. Get outside in nature. If you can get outside in nature, do it, do it, do it. Okay, Tommy Tuberville. The fate of this whole situation with Tommy Tuberville. So Congress is coming together and they're figuring out ways to put an end to this. We should not have a government in which a defector, because that's what he is, right? I'll stay on longer, don't worry. That's what he is. He's a traitor, you know. So there'll be new approaches. Okay? So what's going to be the fate of that situation? Well, I'm not getting as much information as I want, because I'm getting that right now. All right, this is currently, it's frozen. Tommy Tuberville is freezing up everything. He's basically freezing up the military. I mean, my goodness, if this were like right after 9/11, with that fresh in our minds, if this was right after 9/11, they would change the rules. Let's, remember we said we'll never forget? Let's not forget. Yeah, Lindsey Graham came out against Tuberville. Republicans don't get any credit from you after coming to their senses after 9 months. I'm not asking for you to give them credit. That's not what I'm talking about. Raksha, I hope you don't misunderstand what I'm saying. Let me recap. What I'm saying is the blessing in disguise is this is going to set a precedent where at least it's not in America, oh, but those are the rules, we can't break the rules, those are the rules, we can't break the rules, because the stakes are too high. The Republicans are, you know, the fascist Republicans are, they're showing their true colors, that's for sure. So, yeah, they're going to find a way around him, Chuck Schumer said, and I said that months ago. Hi, Douglas, Arizona. I said that months ago. I said that it was going to get to a point where they'd have to sit down with him and they'd have to work out some new things. And if you just, Rosa's saying bull crap. I'm not really sure what part she's referring to. If we can't continue on with our national security being compromised, especially during these times. Betty, we're here to bring up the energy. So when you say Congress moves too speed, slow, and stop, that doesn't lift the energy. Yeah, they can change the rules. Okay. Rose is saying bull crap, and then I'm like, what are you referring to? That they can't change the rules? Yes, they can change the rules. But they never had to. Okay, Betty, you're off the hook. They never had to really change the rules because people that got elected to office were pro-democracy. We couldn't even imagine not being pro-democracy. Well, we still can't imagine why you'd want to be pro-democracy because we get to have our freedom in a democracy. These people don't want that. So I do see things frozen up. As far as Tuberville goes, the Seven of Pentacles, it is going to get tired. He's going to get beaten down. He's going to get worn down. Tuberville is really going to get worn down. Hey, Gloria. Yeah, the only reason I'm early is because I'm on a retreat and I have to be back in session in like about 40 minutes. I like to change it up, you know. I don't like to be totally predictable. This is the Page of Pentacles. We are going to see movement, and what I was going to mention earlier was, can you believe that Tommy Tuberville, that there was, I don't know what his position was, a general or something, who was supposed to be promoted or to retire. And because he was trying to do 2 jobs, the stress got to be so much that he actually had a heart attack. And Tuberville made fun of him and basically said, well, he should have been able to handle it because I was a football coach and I could work 17-hour days. He's got to go. All right, so let's do this. I do see them, you know, I do see Tuberville being under so much pressure. That's what that Seven of Pentacles was. And the Page of Pentacles indicated a shift. It's a gradual shift. Yes, and Glenn is saying exactly, you know, I think I've said this. New awareness of the dangers of the Republicans have introduced should be inspiring rewrites to firm up your democracy by Democrats. Definitely true. And, Gloria, you didn't miss out. You just go back to the beginning. We've only been here 22 minutes. I'll post it afterwards. It always posts afterwards. So let's just pull 3 cards about what Tuberville's future will bring. I mean, they are starting to promote one person at a time, but it really needs to go faster, and this is a really dangerous situation. We are in war times. I mean, if you wonder why you've been feeling down, we're in war times. Maybe we're not directly in a war, but we are in world war times. So this is, I'm going to just read about the fate of our friend Tommy. The United States will win. This is the Empress card. Will win over him. This looks like a legal proceeding around Tuberville. The Queen of Pentacles. I'm feeling like Kamala Harris having some influence on what happens. I'm not sure exactly what. But when the Empress comes up, it means the power of the United States is greater than this one person who's a traitor. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed the morning sunrise. I wanted to help you start the day off on a good note. Although, the old sailor poem goes, red sky in morning, at morning, sailors take warning. I don't know if that really applies. Okay. You really wanted to be here at Grassroots of Democracy? Okay, let's see what else. Let's see. I have my pendulum here. What I had said a couple of years ago, and I've repeated it, is that when Trump was in office and people were asking me, what's the deal? That's what you get asked when you're a psychic. what is the deal? Why Trump? You know, why did that happen? Is there like a higher reason? And I got guidance that said Trump will force America to strengthen its democracy. That's where we are. It's not an easy place. Every pro-life group is supporting Tommy, but they're outnumbered. So let's take a look. You're welcome, Darren, for the sunrise video. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Okay, because I mean, I make the effort, and it's like, do I really need to make the effort? I'm glad you appreciate it. Let's see. I enjoy bringing you natural beauty. Is Tommy Tuberville going to lose his seat either, you know, directly or indirectly because of this? Yes, he will. Yes, and Betty, you know, that's really true. It's like, you know, I always talk about the law of contrast. I always talk about resistance training. You know, what we have to push back against makes us stronger. So yeah, he'll lose his seat. I'm wondering if it's going to be before the next election. We'll get to the 14th Amendment, Warren. Don't you worry. I've said in the past, I mean, we'll get to it. I'm going to have Warren take notes from now on. I've said that the 14th Amendment is going to doom Trump. Is Tommy Tuberville going to lose his seat before the next election? It's uncertain. Okay. Oh, another psychic told you the same thing about Trump. Yes. Yes. I know. We couldn't imagine what he put us through back then. You know. And let because I'm committed to giving you the bright side of things. If you really think that more people want Trump to be president of the United States now than in 2016, let me just repeat that. If you really think that now, given all that we know and all the hell we've been through with Donald Trump, if you really think the polls are correct, if you really and truly think that Donald Trump is now way more popular than he was in 2016 because he's just so wonderful, then let's think again. Because Joe Biden won by over 7 million votes, and that was with gerrymandering and redistricting, voter suppression firmly in place. So if you really think that Donald Trump has more supporters than he ever has after he tried to take down our government violently and hang his vice president, turn the TV off when anyone says anything remotely connected to Trump being back in the White House. Just turn it off. I don't care if it's a podcast that I listen to frequently, even Midas Touch. The minute they say, if Donald Trump gets back in office, off it goes. Off it goes. I don't feed BS into my head. Anyway, I feel very strongly about that. Can you tell? Let's take a look at the New York Letitia James trials with the children. Then we'll go to the 14th Amendment. Boy, I'm slacking on the nail thing. These are still my Halloween nails. Yeah, Warren's right. 45 will not win in 2024. Okay, so the Trump kids, I mentioned the other day in my very, very short video, I mentioned that I was just, okay, what's the word? Flabbergasted? I was dumbfounded. I was amazed at how poorly Eric Trump performed at the trial in New York City, the civil trial. Anybody else? Is anybody with me? It's like, are you kidding me? You're actually saying that you had no idea? Did somebody just join? Thanks for joining. I mean, becoming a member. Unbelievable. And I don't really think that I saw much of what Don Jr. said, because it wasn't, we just saw pictures and little snippets, because it's not, full on being broadcast. But Don Jr. sitting there like, I should have put on makeup. This is the funniest thing you could think to say. He shouldn't be joking anyway. Anyway, so Engeron is very upset that they won't let up on attacking the, thank you, Warren, attacking the law clerk. And then Ivanka's like, oh, I can't testify because I have to take my kids to school. These people are in la la land. Can I just say, they're like, what? You have to take your kids to school? Tell Jared to take them. And I heard somebody on a news show that said, she has a nanny. So let's take a look at how that trial, in general, how that is going to go for the Trump kids. And since somebody just joined, I just want to say that when you become a member of my channel, it's not that you just become a member and then you just like, oh, I'm a member. You get a free affirmation in your inbox every day, Monday through Friday, every weekday. And you get 10% off a tarot reading when you become a member. And you also, I'm just saying this because I saw somebody joined, thank you. And you also get invited to a 1-hour psychic party once a month, the last Saturday of the month. It changes according to, if there's a holiday or something. So check it out. So we're going to, I'll go to a commercial shortly. All right. Yes, thank you. Oh, Darren sent me a donation. Thank you. My income has been way down, so I do appreciate it very much. Okay. And my accountant's about to give me a tax bill. I'm a little nervous. Okay, let's see. The Trump trial and the kids. Thank you to all of you who financially support, and thank you to all of you who book readings and attend our classes. Our Halloween event was just amazingly fun. It's great. As far as the Trump kids, okay, this is representative of a family, the Six of Cups. They're trying to stick together and keep the story straight, but they're not doing a very good job. The Eight of Pentacles. The High Priest is coming up. I think that he's going to I think the kids are going to completely lose. Because the case is so solid. Letitia James has worked so hard and she's covered everything. The case is so solid against them. They're going to try to stick together. The Trump kids are going to try to stick together as a family and coordinate their stories and make their stories sync up. But it doesn't matter because Letitia James has already done stellar work, just like Fani Willis has done. Stellar work. The Six of Cups also points to their complicity in January 6th. But the High Priest is the law wins here. And this is Engeron. The law wins. The law wins. And I know that somebody the other day commented that I said that I saw Eric Trump in jail. And somebody said, but it's a civil trial. I know that. It doesn't mean Eric Trump won't be in jail. It doesn't have to be because of this case. They're up there perjuring themselves. I don't know. Well, if there's any, you think Don Jr. more likely to go to jail? If there's anybody out there who's a lawyer, Warren, maybe you can let us know what the penalty is for a perjury. Well, now you're asking me, will there be perjury charges? Yes. Yes. So since you're a lawyer, can you just give us kind of an idea of what happens when you perjure yourself? It can lead to federal charges for tax and insurance fraud. So I just want to clarify something. If I see something in the cards, if I tell you something, I think you can tell the difference between when it's my opinion or when it's a psychic impression. So I was reading the cards, and I got a psychic impression that I saw Eric Trump in jail. I didn't say it was for this case. I just want to clarify that. So I don't know what the penalty would be for perjuring yourself. I mean, and it's like repeated perjuring. Let's take a look at specifically Ivanka. And also Donald Trump is supposed to be on trial too. Do you guys know, is that on Monday? Let me see. Ivanka, I need to take the children to school. I bet she doesn't. They can bring a criminal case of the charges in a federal court. Okay, so maybe that's what I'm seeing. Yeah, maybe that's what I'm seeing. Thanks, Terry, for putting up the info. As far as Ivanka has secrets. That's why she tried to get out of the court. And they're just, their brains are wired. If they have to be called into court, they're just going to appeal it. Donald Trump is supposed to testify next week. Okay, so this is about Ivanka. Ivanka has a lot of secrets she's holding on to. Ivanka actually has a lot of secrets about January 6th. I know this trial isn't about that. I'm just saying. Ivanka has a lot of information about January 6th. Call it Bring Your Kids to Court Day. I like it. Engeron would have said something like that. In New York, Class A perjury misdemeanor, 1 year in prison. Well, there it is. That could be it. Because I definitely feel strongly that Eric and Don Jr. are going to prison. If Boebert can bring her grandchild to court, then so can Ivanka. I didn't know that Boebert, you're saying, brought her grandchild to court. Unhealthy lifestyle, 4 hours of sleep, alcohol, and too much Red Bull. Are you talking about Don Jr.? Second degree perjury felony, up to 4 years in prison. So there it is, people. That's probably what I was picking up on, because I don't see the Trump kids flying free, you know? And Ivanka, well, let's see. I got the High Priestess, and then let me just pull a couple more cards about Ivanka. We'll be happy that Ivanka is found guilty. They're going to lose their money. The Trumps are going to lose their money. This is us being happy. Crazy, I tell you. Okay. Now, I'm going to pull a few cards about gun laws. Cassidy Hutchinson, 4 hours of sleep, alcohol, and Red Bull. No, I don't know. I'm confused. We weren't talking about Cassidy Hutchinson. Oh my goodness, it's not easy following half stories in the chat. Will Jared Kushner lose his what? Ivanka can't go to prison on school nights. Good one, John. Ignore the no heart. Yeah, okay. Meanwhile, I do want to ask if Biden coming to Lewiston is going to make a difference. I hate to say it, but I think I speak for all of us when I say that about maybe a month ago, the thought was going through my head, we haven't had a shooting, we haven't had a gun massacre in a while. That's okay, Darren. Will Jared lose his money? Okay, right now we're reading on Joe Biden. We're reading on whether gun laws will actually... I heard somebody on the news today, because I had a big break, so I was watching the news. I forget who it was. It was on MSNBC. It was some regulars that are on. And you may have seen this, where they were just saying, we need sweeping, really stringent, really immediate, really strong gun laws now. Yes, Gloria, I just said Don Jr. and Eric will go to prison. I feel like, did I just think it and not say it? SCOTUS just accepted a case on rapid-fire gun bump stocks. Will they declare them illegal? Where'd that come from? Yeah, 100%. We need emergency measures in place before the next gun massacre happens. Let's see. Will SCOTUS declare rapid fire gun bump stocks illegal? I hate that we have to learn all these terms about guns. Will they declare them illegal? It's giving me the runaround. That doesn't. It looks like it's going to go around and around and around. I guess these people just want us to just. I see justice. I see. So what I'm asking is this. You know, Joe Biden came to Lewiston, Maine today. He was there this afternoon speaking. He seemed really exhausted by all this, and I don't blame it on his age. This is freaking exhausting. That we have to like. Please listen to my song from Church of Spirituality this past Sunday. I did a memorial for the victims, and I sang my song, Bring This to an End. It's exhausting. Gloria, I'll answer that if you tell me what issue 1 is in Ohio on Tuesday. Tell me what it is. It's hard to keep up with all of it. The moon is the American people in mourning. MOURNING. This is the American people in mourning over gun violence. Look, she's holding the wand and it just brings to mind a gun being fired. Yeah, Glenn, I as far as the SCOTUS thing, I just kind of read on it and it was nebulous. It didn't give me a yes that they would ban those kinds of guns. Yeah. Joe Biden, send him lots of light and love. But as far as the guns go, I mean, the justice card is coming up. So I don't think that no gun laws. Yes, we need strict gun control laws and actually to enforce them. The Democrats voted not to expel Santos. We'll get to that. I'll finish up this because they didn't want to set a precedent that they could just, you know how they've done with impeachment? And by the way, just quickly going to the subject of Santos. Pinocchio. By the way, here's another thing. I have told you that Santos will lose his seat. It just hasn't happened yet. Can we group hug Uncle Joe real quick? Yeah, let me just finish this first. So this is about guns. The high priestess is the hidden money that the NRA has that's from Russia. Get me to 10,000 subscribers. Yeah, I go for that. But I do see justice. I do see laws coming into place, and I'm feeling like I know we want it now, but I'm feeling that things are going to shift by the early part of next year. No, Thomas, you're not late. I'm early because I'm at a retreat and I have to be somewhere in about a half an hour. Ohio issue. Okay, issue 1 is the right to reproductive decisions left to individuals. And the good news about that is we worked really hard to get out the vote in Ohio to get that put in the ballot. It does look like we'll have some gun laws in place, but it looks like not till next year. And over the full moon lunar eclipse weekend, there were so many shootings. Hey, Cheryl. There were so many shootings. And today, I was reflecting on last Wednesday night. Because sometimes I do get a chance to watch the videos that my PNN videos and I like to hear what I said, because a lot of what I say, I'm channeling and I don't remember what I say. So I go back and I read it. And I watch my PNN video. Not every time. I'd like to do it every time, but I watched last Wednesday's. And while I was doing the PNN last Wednesday, the shooting was happening. And I'm starting to see, because in that video, I noticed it was subtle. But I kind of was I was kind of like, my eyes got glassy and I was feeling really kind of out of sorts. And it was really subtle, but we've had so many gun massacres, and this is so tragic, that I'm starting to recognize when I'm picking up on a gun shooting. And it's so disturbing to me, but I could see it. I could tell. I could read my own energy. And I was like, wow, and that was at the moment that massacre was happening in Maine. So it's affecting all of us. And everyone now wants to give Joe Biden a group hug. So we're going to do that. Because by popular request, we're going to stop and we're going to send Joe Biden a group hug. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Good group hug vibes to Joe Biden. I see him smiling, that little smirk. Yeah, I feel like Joe Biden is getting some good support. Yes, Tuberville is backed by Russian money to block promotions. Yes. Yeah, I do see laws coming about guns, and we got to keep the pressure on. Hugs to Joe. Hugs to Joe. Do it every day. I pray for Joe Biden every single day. Just pray however you pray. All right, let's look at... I know somebody asked me to look at something, and you can post it again if you want. Yes, I maintain Joe Biden will go down in history as one of the greatest presidents we ever had also. Ohio, I think Ohio will... Let's read on Ohio first. Tuberville is backed by anti-abortion groups. It's more than that, Rita. It's more than that. I'm not saying that's not true, but it's more than that. Yeah, I'm going to read on the 14th Amendment. The reason that the Democrats voted against removing Pinocchio, don't worry, he will get removed. The reason that they voted against removing Pinocchio was because, let me just explain it. Remember what happened with the impeachments of Donald Trump? Not that they shouldn't have impeached him. They definitely should have impeached him. And they should have ousted him too. But the fascist Republicans, the Putin fascist Republicans, turned around and they're trying to impeach Joe Biden for no reason. They're throwing impeachment around like, oh, let's just impeach. So now something that was just like an anomaly, got like, oh, it happens all the time. And they're trying to normalize that. So they didn't oust George Santos yet. Yes, it's a constitutional right to due process because he wasn't convicted yet. And, Jamie Raskin's no idiot. They didn't want to set a precedent for for the Republicans to be able to oust a Democrat without a conviction. Does that make sense, you guys? I'm doing my best. But it doesn't mean he won't be ousted for, let's just see. Because he needs to go. He needs to go. Oh, Marge wrote to President Biden good. Everyone write to the president. The White House has and if maybe Terry can put up the how to write. Thank you, Carrie. Sure. You can write to Joe Biden. There's a website, there's a form. You can just fill it out, right? Will Pinocchio be ousted eventually? Will he be ousted eventually? Yes, they sent it. Yeah. Pinocchio will be ousted eventually. I just wanted you to all understand why it could have worked in the Democrats to their detriment if they had gotten rid of him that way. that way. Oh, thank you, Kathy. They write back. Yes, right to the White House. They write back. Right to everyone. That's what we do at Grassroots of Democracy. Okay, Amendment 14. Let me do my commercial first. I'm a really great psychic with 3 decades of experience. If you have questions, well, you don't have to ask me the questions. I just go ahead and do the reading. If you can use some insight, and if you can use some upliftment, and if you can use some clarity and some guidance, and if you want to tap in even to those on the other side that want to speak to you, if you want to know about your past lives, it's all bundled into one reading. Tarot and channeling and mediumship and past lives, it's all bundled into one reading. PsychicAnnetteDion.com is where you go. I also do Gloria, I answered it. Ohio, hang on, I'll get to it. I think that Ohio is going to be okay. I think that they will have that abortion will be legal. All right, I'm back to my commercial. I also do tea leaf readings for people, which are shorter and they cost less because they're shorter. Grassroots of Democracy meets on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Tuesday, we have 20 on Tuesdays, which is our guided meditation for a healed America. Our Saturday sessions are when we get to work and we do tasks to save democracy. And we guide you through it. We've got lots and lots of tasks. And on Thursday night, we have our discussion group, which I had to miss last night, but I heard it was an awesome meeting. Thank you guys for running with the ball there. And I will have more events coming up in the near future. So definitely keep your eyes peeled here. And just to let everyone know, the reason I'm coming on early tonight is that I'm at a retreat and there's a schedule. If you zonk out during meditation, do you go on a trip? Well, if you're meditating, you don't want to go to sleep. Did you go on a trip if you zonk out during a meditation? No, you just fell asleep. I heard Terry did a great job hosting Grassroots of Democracy last night, and it felt good that I could just go, you guys, I can't make it, but, I appreciate that. Oh, and the Tarot at the Castle class, thanks for saying that, James. The Tarot at the Castle class is available now on my website. It's $205 to learn how to read the Tarot in 2 hours, so can't beat it. And Church of Spirituality every single Sunday at 1. Not sure where I'll be this Sunday, but it'll be at 1. I might round up a few participants here, a few congregants here. All right, so Amendment 14, Section 3, but Gloria keeps asking about, I think it was Gloria, about Ohio. So, is Ohio going to pass abortion being legal? Is that going to happen? It's spinning around. Get more people out to vote in Ohio. Aren't the Trumps always high? I never heard anyone put it quite like that. Marge? Probably. Do I know if President Biden going to cancel daylight savings clock changing? I thought that daylight savings would change, I cannot stand daylight savings time. It's so ridiculous. I've read on that before, and I get in 2024 it's going to go away. Did I finish my commercial? Oh, I just want to remind you that when you become a member, you get an affirmation in your inbox every day that really helps you through the day. And Monday through Friday, you get 10% off a reading, and you get to come to our psychic party once a month. I know, Warren. I got the runaround on Ohio. Hang on. With the way the energy is right now, will Ohio be able to legalize abortion? I get yes. Hang on. Yes, it does look like they will include abortion rights in their constitution. At first I got not enough people have voted, but that's going to change. So, Rose, what are you talking about? You can talk fast too? What do I see for that horrible Tuberville? I just read on it. Yes. Just to recap that. I'm recapping a lot tonight because I came on at a different time. So I know I have to recap. Yeah, sometimes you have to be careful how you ask the question. That's true. Republicans want to remove Jamal Bowman for pulling the fire alarm during a budget vote. I don't think that he's going to be removed. I mean, honestly. New members, remember to provide your email so you can get your affirmations and your invites. Marge came on late. She was cooking dinner. Amendment 14. Inquiring minds want to know. Oh, and also, please hit the thumbs up. And please subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Like I said, I need to get my numbers up. I need to get my numbers up. Please. Amendment 14. I will intend that. You like daylight saving time? Really? I hate when it gets dark early. And Barbara's saying, hey, thanks, Barbara, for piping in. My affirmations are a great way to start the day. I get them in my inbox, too, even though I wrote them. I wrote most of them. Some of the affirmations I just know from my spiritual travels along the way. Amendment 14. Now, I've said in the past that I thought Amendment 14 was actually going to succeed in keeping Trump off the ballot. And with all his, antics, people are really angry at Trump. Don't be fooled. With all his antics, I say yes. I think Amendment 14 is gonna. I was listening to Judge Ledig. Thank you, Gloria. I was listening to Judge Ledig today on Nicole Wallace's show. It was really good. Check that one out. And Lawrence Tribe, we've learned so much from them. And that's what we need to educate ourselves. I wouldn't be so educated about democracy if it weren't for Trump. Not that, you know what I'm saying. The retreat's good. It's, we're going through a lot of stuff here. It's kind of a leadership retreat. Thanks for asking. It does look like Trump's misdeeds will come back to haunt him with that 14th Amendment. The King of Wands, I say yes. I say yes. I say that it will succeed in keeping him off the ballot. And just to clarify, let's see if the pendulum is like, will Amendment 14 keep, yes. Yeah, and I'm really attributing that to the January 6th trials with Judge Shutkin and Jack Smith. Jack Smith is no fool. So perhaps the last thing that I'll read on, that I have time to read on, is this MAGA Mike. The retreat will make me a more powerful psychic. I like it, Kathy. It's making me a more prolific songwriter. I'm on a creative roll. Like I just wrote a song yesterday, called We've Got to Come Together, and then I started writing another one. When you're a creative, if you're an artist, sometimes it comes in waves. So I'm excited because this place is really conducive to that. So I'll be playing my songs for you soon. And this is a perfect kind of environment. It's the retreat that I'm on. It's a group of people, mostly, young 30s, 40s, that are leaders in their communities, coming together for, it's called a Northeast Jam, and we're coming together to talk about, life and what we're going through in the world and everything. So it's a really perfect place for me to introduce some songs. Yes, you love your imagination, and that imagination and being creative really does lift your vibe. Yay, music. Amendment 14 has not failed. What do you mean? Well, he cannot win. Yes, he cannot win, but I'm not. I said Amendment 14 is gonna go ahead and have Trump be off the ballot. MAGA Mike. I'm going to tell you what we did, a little bit of what we did, even though I don't usually do this. On Tuesday night, we bound MAGA Mike with our minds from doing more harm for the highest good of all. And so it is. Thank you, Cheryl. So we're going to pull 3 cards. Okay, so this is, I wanted to get this question in today because what the hell is up with MAGA Mike having no bank account? Rita, my album's available on Spotify and iTunes. Got to type in Annette Dion, I Feel You. Of course that's the name of a psychic's album. What's up with MAGA Mike not having a freaking bank account? Is MAGA Mike, is he a Russian plant? Is MAGA Mike a Russian plant? Not exactly. Okay. Is MAGA Mike connected to enemies to the United States? No, I said MAGA Mike, not Magic Mike. Not Magic Mike. Does MAGA Mike have connections to enemy countries? Not exactly. I feel like he's just crazy. I know. How does he get paid? In bags of cash? Makes you wonder, doesn't it? You get Gloria gets yes. Okay, well let's go. Let's be more specific. Is MAGA Mike connected to enemy countries like Russia? I get Russia. I get Russia. He must be hiding his money in his wife's underwear. Underwear drawer. I mean, honestly. Oh, Rita meant a new album. I don't have a new album out yet. I think I'm going to need funding to make a new album. See if I can work around that. It's not Magic Mike, it's MAGA Mike. The other night people were saying, don't call him Mike Johnson, call him MAGA Mike. So, I aim to please. Where is his, and I get a Putin connection. Is somebody holding Mike's, is somebody holding Mike's money? Yes, somebody's holding his money. Somebody's holding Maggot Mike. Yeah, somebody's holding his money. Where is his money? Is it in a bank? No, so it's definitely not in a bank. That's what they're saying. He doesn't have a bank account. They need to vet these people. These are the kinds of things that we need to have laws about. Like think about Donald Trump. He never showed us his tax returns. What the Honestly. Is MAGA Mike's money with the Federalist Society? Yes, I'm getting a yes. I'm getting the Federalist Society. Yes, that's where his money is. All right. Yeah, that's where his money is. Okay, I think we've covered a lot. It's been about an hour, and thank you for being patient with my changing schedule. Tomorrow, Grassroots of Democracy meets for our work session, 4:30 Eastern Time till 6. I have to reach out to the group and let them know how much of that meeting I will be able to attend, and I will. Please go to grassrootsofdemocracy.com and sign up. Leonard Leo does feel like he's behind MAGA Mike. Yeah. Yeah. And, what else? Please definitely tune in on Sunday for Church of Spirituality. Watch the old ones. Please watch the one from last week. I did a tribute. I did a memorial, like a funeral, for the victims of the gun massacre here in Maine. And I played my song called Bring This to an End. It's a really important song. Please listen. Church of Spirituality on Sunday. And PNN is Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, almost always at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Leonard Leo, will he be neutralized? Let's save that for next time. All right. I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Book a reading, psychic@AnnetteDion.com. I'm still working. I'm just in a different location. And please hit the thumbs up on your way out, and please subscribe. Thank you for all your support and for lifting the energy. Keep it going. All right. Make sure you change your clock or you'll be too early for church. That's okay. Namaste. See ya.